We have 9.4% unemployment in the state of Idaho. And that means we've got roughly 72,000 plus Idahoans that are out of work. And our efforts in this last legislative session with the Hire One Act, and that is to try to create an environment for businesses to hire a person on and give them a little bit of an advantage if they'll bring on a new employee and put that person to work, that we would give them a little bit of a tax break, depending upon where they are in the state of Idaho. The other thing that we did, which I thought was kind of unique across the states, and that was to not go back out with the workman's compensation increased premiums that a lot of other states were doing. Instead, we saw that we could bond that insurance need that we had for the money that we had to raise and borrow. Instead, we went out and bonded it, and we think that we can pay that off in a few years without raising the premium tax on employers. You can bring business principles to government. And that's precisely what I think we have done. We asked for accountability. We said that we were going to be data-driven. And as a result of both of those, I think we've been fairly successful in this downturn in the last 3.5 years. But as this unemployment continues to stress us, and I have to tell you, there's nothing that bothers me as much of that, whether it's the new folks moving in that are added to our labor pools, and we do have a lot of folks moving into Idaho. Welcome, Clark. We do have an awful lot of folks moving into Idaho. I would have to tell you that I think part of our problem is the uncertainty in Washington, D.C. An employer today does not know what cap and trade is going to do to them. They don't know what the Affordable Health Care Act, otherwise known as Obamacare, is going to do to their future costs of hiring an employer. And many of the other things that agencies are doing. I see some of the rules and regulations that the Environmental Protection Agency is putting forward. Thank God for Mike Simpson and his effort to try to stop some of those agency proliferation of rules and regulations that are cost increasers for each and every one of us. When I'd go out and build a new building and I was in business, I'd have to tell my banker exactly how fast I could pay back, how fast I could amortize that building. And that was the rate at which I was allowed to borrow that money. Today, whether the Bush tax reform of 2001 go forward and 2003, whether they go forward or not, everybody's sitting around waiting for that. It's estimated that's over $3.5 trillion sitting around in corporate treasuries today because of the uncertainty that's being created by what it's going to cost to build a new building and to amortize that building over the useful life of that asset, and create a new job station, or what that employee is going to cost that company. So I fully understand, with the lack of predictability and the lack of confidence that people have, they're resistant to make those kind of investments. Every place except Idaho. But we are part of the nation, and we are part of the nation's marketplace. We are part of the political climate of the United States, and so we're going to have to continue to deal with that. But I'm hopeful that as things start to correct themselves, that we will make the strides that we've been trying to make in the unemployment that we have in Idaho.